Welcome back to the deep dive. So you know that feeling, right? You spend thousands on a really state-of-the-art AV system, only to have one cheap little component just bottleneck everything.
Oh, absolutely. It's a classic problem.
Well, today we're analyzing a specific solution built to prevent that exact headache. It's the Blustream SW21AB-V2 two-way 4K HDMI switch.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really just extract the core specs because this thing, it addresses a very modern issue. It's a specialized 2-in-1-out HDMI switch,
Yep.
but it's designed specifically for full HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 environments. So it's all about ensuring zero compromise on that signal.
All right, let's break this down then. Two inputs to one output. That seems simple enough. But the high-end part of it, that jumps out immediately.
It does.
And what really defines this as a high-performance switch
Yeah.
is that crucial support for 4K UHD at 60 hertz, and specifically the 4.4.4 chroma subsampling.
And that 4.4.4 spec, I mean, for any serious AV enthusiast, it's just non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And here's why. It really just represents full color fidelity. When a device drops down to, say, 4.2.0, you are sacrificing color accuracy. You're losing detail.
So you'd actually see that.
Oh, you'd see it. You'd get noticeable color banding, maybe blurry text if you're using a PC or a high-end console. So if you buy a screen capable of deep color, every single device in that chain, including this switch, has to pass that 4.4.4 signal.
That makes the stakes really clear. And beyond just the raw video throughput, this switch offers some serious control flexibility. We see support for legacy features like 3D display, but also smart management stuff like selectable auto switching.
Yeah, that uses HPD sensing. And that ability to manage the control signals is what separates, pro-grade switches from the cheap consumer gear.
Wow, so.
Well, take CEC consumer electronics control. That can often be a total AV headache, right? Turn off devices you didn't mean to.
Oh, yes, all the time.
The SW21AB-V2 includes a CEC bypass. It lets you use the switch without it hijacking the commands of your entire home theater. That is absolutely essential for system stability.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me, and where it separates itself from a standard switch. The integrated audio breakout. Why do I need a switch to strip the audio out? Isn't modern EARC connectivity supposed to handle all of that for me back to the receiver?
That's a great question, and you're right. But EARC doesn't solve every single problem. Not if you have, say, a distributed audio setup or a legacy sound bar. Or even an amplifier that can handle amazing audio, but it only has digital coaxial inputs, not HDMI 2.0 pass-through. This switch basically solves that problem.
And it does it at the same time. You're getting concurrent audio outputs, analog LR from the little 3.5mm jack, and a coaxial digital output.
Exactly. And importantly, it handles the heavy lifting of the high-fidelity formats. We're talking support for Dolby True HD, Dolby Atmos, DTS HD Master Audio, all the big ones.
So how does it make sure the source actually sends those high-end formats?
It relies on something called advanced EDID management.
Okay, let's define EDID management really quick, because that sounds like the technical secret sauce here.
It kind of is. So EDID is basically how your display and your source device talk to each other about what formats they can handle.
Right, the handshake.
The handshake, exactly. Advanced EDID management lets this switch essentially lie to the source device. It tells it, yep, I can handle the highest quality signal you've got, even if the final display or amplifier is a bit older.
And that guarantees you get the best possible audio track.
You get that lossless Dolby True HD from the source. Guaranteed. And you can manage all this, the input selection too, right from the front panel or the IR remote that comes with it.
All right, before we wrap up the analysis, let's just confirm the practical logistics. For you, the listener, if you're spec'ing this out and investing in that system stability, the list price today is $232.
Yep.
And critically, it ships with a pretty robust 5-year warranty.
And that warranty, you couple that with the wide operating temperature range, we're talking from freezing all the way up to 104 degrees error canal. It just confirms that it's professional-grade, reliable gear.
So what's the big takeaway here? The Blustream SW21AB-V2, it's clearly way more than a simple connector. It's a high-performance hub that maintains those advanced 4K video standards, but it also handles complex external audio routing and control.
Which really raises that final critical question for anyone building a modern system. When you pay a premium for a high-spec display and a source that can do 4K, 60 Hz, 4.4.4, what happens if you introduce just one low-cost link in that chain?
A cheap cable or something.
Exactly. A cable, a matrix, or a switch that can only handle 4.2.0. That single point of failure just invalidates your entire investment. This switch proves that system integrity, it requires matching the spec at every single step.